Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And off we go from Lucas Oil Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air is Richardson. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To throw, Richardson. He's going deep this time. That's grabbed inside the 30. All the way, touchdown, Indy. The Colts take a 6-0 lead right away. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts take over on his 5th interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1, and number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They're going Taylor. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. Returns looking good so far. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd down, Connor gets it. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game. Cam Little to try the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got a man in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Richardson. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. They are now set for 1st and 10. From the gun, Taylor. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Second down carry for Taylor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits his running back. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit, the high percentage make.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw now. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
They're going play action. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kenny Moore with the pick.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Play action with Richardson. He gets a lot behind one. Deep down. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Ready to start this drive with Connor. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
And that couldn't have hit any better. That took the perfect bounce and went out of bounds at the 1. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Richardson on 3rd. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That one right down the middle. Chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll begin a new drive, 1st and 10. After the pick, Richardson back to the air. This finds Mitchell complete. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Works his way to the 35. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts make it a 9-point advantage. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw. Completed to Davis. He's got a gain of 6 there. Getting more there to make the stop.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Throwing from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Third down, 1 yard to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play,
and they fake it on 4th and 1. And he's caught before he can challenge for the first, so the fake doesn't work, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stop that time by Antonio Johnson. No. Time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Taylor again. And again, he can't manage anything. Defense all over him at the line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Throwing the out route complete. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it. Catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll throw it again. Davis there to grab it. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. And it's the Jaguars looking at 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. A timely interception for them there, Brock. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3 and maybe more.
And that quarterback wants that throw back so much so. You could feel it right when he let it go.
Yeah.
That was a route they've been working on, and a lot of offensive effort goes by the wayside as the defense finally gets itself off the field.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down, Colts. Man in motion here. On first down, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
The best of the best.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, set now, first and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone, when there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going, get it positioned to swat it away. That is well done.
Second and 10. Again, it's Richardson. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finding Davis. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Second and 10 now. A massive shot towards the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. He's trying to go deep again. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Kenny Moore with the pick. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They send a man in motion. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 11. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And, hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 17. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 a multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 24-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action on 1st down. Looking for a target. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Offense in the hurry up here. First down from the red zone. Completed to Davis. And he gets this forward to the 19.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. He's at midfield. The 30. The 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. Trying for the deep ball. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Setting up a throw. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Still sticking with the passing game. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing it again here. This will be cut by Connor. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Working quickly here. Connor here from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Throwing from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars cut into the lead. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. On now is Cook to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Throw left side, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's good for our Colts. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Colts have possession to start the 4th. This one. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They put downs in motion right. They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. The 1st down carry for Connor. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First down, Jaguars.
Throwing now on first down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes for 36 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for two here. He's throwing for it. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a two-score game here late. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts stretch the lead to 23. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He's going to push one deep down the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. He spins right by him. And the Colts get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, we left career day behind a couple of turnovers ago, Brock. 7 interceptions in one game. This is up there as one of the best collective performances that we've ever seen from a team in pass coverage.
There has not been one route today, Kate, not a receiver, a specific play, that this defense has not been able to lock down this game. What we're seeing now is something we could legitimately go decades without ever being seen done again.
It's caught. Warren. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. Not much on the run, but he does get across the 25. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense up to the line fast.
First down, Jacksonville.
First and 10, looking to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing third and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Running back sent in motion. Desperation time here on fourth. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down, Jaguars.
They are throwing it again. Called in left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 17. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worth worst case scenario, pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Room to the right. And he's finally brought down at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Trying to run it in, Connor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
One final shot here. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots to the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the...